be the person to pay the tip, or would you get mad? What I said?
Day N stands for dick at the end. Day is right.
Murder. You know, I lost my baby brother to murder. You know, shot in the head. I put it this way.
Because you're already in the process of investing and saving, so you want to make sure that you indulge in something that's already set.
Cheers, NoAdvisory Podcast, Charlotte's most dangerous crew. It's your boy, C.O. McClain.
And the god of the squad, the controversy king, everybody's favorite kinfolk, Jay.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Trap said she be here momentarily. Shout out to Mookie and Mature. Shout out to Chocolate Diamond.
Yes,
Or
sir.
Red. I can't wait. I feel like we haven't been like fully formed yet. Like
It's coming.
yeah,
it's coming.
We gotta be. I just feel like we've been itching towards it, and
It's gonna be hell when everybody got there. I'm ready for it.
we gotta get back to that. Shout out Miss P on the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? She gave us some little drink today. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miss P, a little drink. Shout out my man K Digital on the camera tip. You know what I mean? The best cameraman in Charlotte. Now, I say that reluctantly, you know, because there's a lot of dope cameramen, but this is our guy. So I say
Factory.
it's the best. So people be like, oh, you always be bigging him out. I'm like, yeah, because that's our guy. You know what I'm saying? Yep, if that's your people, you're supposed to say they're the best. Shout out to the best.
They be thinking K bullshit, and I done sent a couple people to holler at K. They was like, is he really legit? I'm like, hey, man, you go to my man's Instagram page. He got strippers dancing. He got kids' birthday parties. He got car commercials, whatever you need. My boy well-rounded. He gonna look out for you, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out to K Digital. He busy now. He booked and busy now. Like, he busy. I can't even get K to do the regular shit I used to ask him. Like, yo, K, you come. I'm in Atlanta. Yo, K, I'm in West Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yo, K, I'm in Baltimore. Like, damn, niggas.
Sit down.
I ain't mad at you, man. Toast to K. K in that working, man. We got a special guest coming in the building with us today, man. My man Southside O. I just got put on to, because you know there's a lot of people that do a lot of things that we don't know about until we find out and be like, oh, that's like that. So I got acquainted with this young man. Shout out to my man Mr. K. He'll be here with him as well. He does his cinematography. That's the word for it, K.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that. You know, they got a movie coming out called Licks Chapter 1. I'm gonna make a special announcement later, but.
Yeah.
He got the book that's out, and I was looking, doing research on the book, and it was really popping. Like, he was giving me the story about Netflix wanted it, but you know how Netflix or these high corporations do. They'll take your shit. They be like, yeah, I love it. But they're going to pay him upfront money, but take it and put all their characters and shit to it. Yeah. So he ain't want to do that. So he's now doing the movie independently. And shout out to him. He gonna be on today. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, that's dope, man. Licks Chapter 1. If y'all ain't up on that, go to Amazon. Just type in Licks Chapter 1. It should pop right up on Google. Read that book. You know what I mean? He be in the building with us today. But
Somebody in the back like, Licks, what's that? It's not a flick, bro. It ain't that type of movie, man. You definitely gonna want to check it out. He spilled a little bit of info to us yesterday at the event. So yeah,
facts.
He told me about it.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Shout out to Facebook. We gotta shout out Facebook. Shout out Instagram. Shout out motherfucker. Shout out this the Facebook right here, Jay. Shout out to Jay's Facebook over there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a lot more visuals going on for y'all motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Who that? Yeah, wave to the motherfuckers. Say hi.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? You know what I mean? So we ain't got Trap Safe for hot topics. So let me go. I'm gonna go into the Would You Rather, and then we'll say come and do the hot topic. Go down to the Let Me Vent and shit like that. So this one, usually I do the What Would You Do's, right, from personal experiences, but this one I saw on Facebook today, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna talk about this one because I wanted it was some good shit. So what would you do, right? You go on a date with a girl. Y'all out, let's say first date. Go on a first date with the girl. You ask the girl out, right? You ask her out. Y'all go on a date. The bill comes. Whatever the price is. The guy pays the bill, but then he asks the girl to pay the tip. Now, what would you do? Depending on if you was the female, in the male's perspective, the male, woman's perspective, male, female. So what would you do? I'm going to start with you, Jay. You get the bill. You say the girl you went out with asks you out on a date. She pays the bill, whatever the price is. She asks you to pay. I omitted one thing. I'm sorry. So when so they leave. Y'all leave to pay. I guess whoever paid, we don't know.
Right.
You go out, the person texts you like, "Oh, this is why I don't like dealing with broke, either niggas or bitches, whatever."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ask me to pay the tip. Boom, boom, boom. So what would you do? I'm sorry, I admitted
It's
that.
just a tip though.
Right. Would
We're
you pay
talking
the
about
tip,
money.
or would you get mad that the person asks you to pay the tip?
Nah, I
what would you
think
do?
that the fair thing to do is to pay the tip. I mean, that's for one, it's common courtesy. I really ain't trying to go nowhere if people ain't paying the tip. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But
What up,
if
Mook?
if you already paid, yeah, what up, bro? If you already paid the tab, bro, I feel like the least I can do is pay the tip. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Like if I ask you to pay the tip, bro, I ain't even asking you for nothing but what, a couple of dollars, like 10%, 15%. I ain't even asking you to pay no whole lot of money. So I definitely would feel like the tip is just it's the smallest gesture of kindness you could take.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
So let me get you at the speed, Mook. So this the what would you do? I said spoon, speed. What would you do, right? You going out, shut up, Miss Pete. You go out, right? Say a girl asks you out, right? It's the first night. The first time y'all go out, she asks you out. Say, hey, Mook, let's go out. Y'all go out. She pays the bill, right? But asks you to pay the tip, right? So while whoever paid, whatever the case may be, she go, y'all leave. Then she texts you. This is why I don't like dealing with y'all broke niggas, because y'all just asking me and pay the tip. So what would you do? Would you be the person to pay the tip, or would you get mad? What I said?
Would you get mad
Yeah,
and feel offended? 'Cause
Right,
they
feel
actually
offended that she asked you to pay the tip, or would you just pay the tip? What would you do?
I feel like, I mean, yeah, I can pay the tip. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
So you
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
get mad.
I wouldn't get mad. I don't. Shit, it depends on where I'm at that day. You feel me?
Straight
I
up.
ain't gonna lie. I had a girl ask me on the day before, and I got stuck paying the bill. I'm like, bitch, how this work?
Right. See? But if
But
she
she
paid the
asked
tip,
you out.
But
You
she
feel me?
asked me, yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's cold. She finessed you. Smooth.
2 times.
Oh, wait, hold
Nah,
on.
wait. The first time she
I hope you
finessed you.
watching
The
this
second
shit.
time you was stupid.
One is funny,
Yeah.
second you're dummy.
Yeah.
Shit.
This year, you want to go out again? No. She kept trying to do it. Like, let's go get lunch again. No, motherfucker.
She done ran off on your ass.
Man, right.
Twice.
I done ran off too.
That's foul,
So
though.
you would pay the tip.
She gonna call you a broke boy because you asked her to pay the tip though. Like I done paid the whole. I mean, if we do the math and the bill come out to $100,
Yeah, you paying for pride at that
pay
point.
Right,
It's 10%, bro. Just pay. You don't got a dime. You can't pay $10.
right.
You know what I mean? So I don't
Right.
know, man. But
Now, I was reading some of the comments. One comment that stuck out to me was a young lady. She was like, if you ask me out, you should have paid the whole thing. I shouldn't be asked to pay the tip. That should have been discussed before we went out. But I'm like, who discusses that? On the, like, yo, I'm gonna pay the whole bill and you pay the tip. We're gonna go Dutch. Or who the fuck does that? Like,
I'm gonna shake the table.
Dine and
Man.
dash. We're gonna dine and dash then. Yeah.
I'm gonna shake the table and say that if a woman is making the rules, I'm gonna already feel like it's out the window anyway. I'm tired of hearing about women trying to tell guys how to be real men and shit like that. Like, this supposed to be... women got a problem with asking you to go 50-50. Women got a problem with you asking them to help out. But if you do everything yourself and you ask them to just cover the minimum, like, it's a problem with that. They don't want to go 90-10. They don't want to go 50-50. Like, it's a problem the whole
Hey, I'm
way
trying
around.
to tell you, I put it like this. A shorty invited me to breakfast once, no kizzy. I'm like, all right, bet. Where we going? Spot I ain't never been to. I'm like, all right, I guess, cool.
right.
We get there. I'm keeping shit light. You feel me? Since she invited me out, I'm like, all right, bet. Let me just get a little breakfast. Keep it real simple.
Ain't even
Cool.
gonna hurt your pockets too
Ain't even
bad.
for the top of pockets. You feel me? So then, this is how I had the hint that she thought I was gonna pay the bill.
Uh-huh.
Waiter come, and it's about that time. Like, we've been in here a little minute.
Uh-huh.
And she kind of like, nah, you can go away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, what you want me to cash app you, shorty? You want it to be on one card or
Straight
something?
up.
I hit it with the cash app, but she told me like, damn, I thought you was finna get that.
Oh,
But
wow.
I said, so you telling me I was gonna pay a bill to a place that I didn't invite you to, and I haven't even been here before.
Right.
What if I didn't like shit on this?
Shit on the menu.
Exactly.
Right.
I said, so you telling me I was? She talking about, yeah, that's what men supposed to do. You know,
Oh.
shit ain't like my thing is this. They pick when they want to go to back in the day.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
men used to. And I say back in the day, he can have a girlfriend across the street too. Now shut the hell up. You don't say nothing about that, do you?
Hey,
Grandpa
real
had a
shit.
family down the street, y'all's, and some other shit. Can
Right.
we do that? No.
Exactly.
So hell no.
That
Y'all, I
tradition and
get a
shit
little
out the
lost
window,
by
man.
that.
Right.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Straight up,
we
Miss
got to
P,
get
what you
a
say?
woman's perspective.
Yeah.
Give Miss P the mic.
Gotta
We
give
got
Miss P the mic.
We
She
got to
said
get a
what?
perspective from the woman. What would you do, Miss P?
we
Pay
salute
the
the
tip
real
or not?
ones.
Yeah, I don't have a problem paying the tip. Like, you done paid the bill. What's the tip?
You get table tops from me.
Facts.
For real, for real.
And that's
Especially
it.
when you get
That's it, huh?
Especially if we're going to get seafood, because I'm looking at that bill already like,
Yeah, seafood gonna hit you.
I'm waiting to see what you order.
That's a $200 bill off the bat.
bitch, pick three? You going to pick three? Three seafoods?
Cause yo, I'm gonna give a story, right? When I first before I was married with my wife, we went out to a restaurant. I invited her, I was like, yo, baby, I was like, this is my girl at the time. Let's go, to a restaurant, whatever. I ain't really have bread like that at the time, so I'm like, I'm just wanting, take out, So I asked her out. We go to the joint. The bill comes, bro. That bill was like, at that time, it was like $100. I think it was like $160. So I got the bill. I was like, ooh. Now usually when my wife now, but we go out, it's never a problem. Like I'll pay the bill, or sometimes she pick up the bill. Like we do that, and that's how we don't never. It's never no problem. But that was my
Teamwork
first
makes the
time
dream
me
work.
taking her out. So I was like, and then she asked me like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm
Hell
good."
no.
He's talking about, in my head, I'm like, God damn, I got to pay this whole shit. Then that wasn't even a tip. So I had to leave a tip too. So I was like, and me and my wife, we talk about it all the time. She's like, yeah, I know, I saw your face. I was like, yeah, man, I only had like $200 in my account. Hit me with that 160, fuck up a dude. Like, yo.
Bro, $160 for you and one other person? That's a heavy bill, my boy. This motherfucker got
No,
some
not
weight on it.
160. You think that's a heavy bill for two people?
two people?
Nah, me and my wife went out and the bill was about two. Well, no, I'm lying because we had the kids. No, it was one time we went out.
That's
two
four.
of
That's
us.
now you said the kids. That's four now.
Right. At
Yeah,
least
that's
you
why I
got
say
some
the
help
kids
with
is
that.
in there. But I mean, 160 for two people, that ain't that bad. That ain't that bad.
Where at?
I mean, at that time, prices went up now, so I'm
I'm
like,
talking
obviously.
about where is that not bad at? That's bad everywhere.
Straight up, where? Yes. That's what the.
Depending on the restaurant, though.
Yeah, it was some high fancy restaurant.
But a steak, $60, $80, the butter.
Straight up. And that's why I only take shorties to Dave and Buster's. We gonna go in this bitch and we gonna go eat.
Man, we splitting this meal, bitch.
And still got money to go play some games. We ain't finna, what? Come on now, 160? What you got?
Shout out to my man though. I saw that on the on his Facebook page. I was like, yo, I gotta talk about that because I was just going. I was like, I want to talk about it just by the comments alone and what the women were saying. I'm looking at these comments. I'm like, oh, these chick. One chick was like, just get rid of that bitch. You should have left it there. And he like, it was some crazy shit under the comment. I'm like, I gotta bring this up. Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
Let me ask y'all a question then, bro. On a first date, what is the most that you're willing to spend if you do have to pay the tab?
I mean, on the first day, if I'm willing to pay the tab, like I said, I did that 160. I'm in that range. Like yeah, on the first date for two people, because depending on what you like, if you saying
Shit, you
date,
tryna-
right? Like you talking about
we can go on a
dinner,
date,
maybe
bro.
go to a movie, extracurricular activities. You're gonna spend bread. We're not just talking dinner alone. Now, if you say you're going to a dinner, then that's different. If you say first date involves a lot of shit.
A lot of
Dinner,
shit.
movie, a whole bunch of shit.
Okay.
So you got to break it down. I'm like one
Yeah.
200, 160, 200 on the first date.
But you spend 160
have
on
some
first
sugar
dinner.
I say I ain't doing it.
You spend 160 on first dinner.
Now, if you're going on a date, it got to be specific. If you're going on a date, we're going to this restaurant only. We ain't do nothing else. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
finna have some sugar babies in your inbox right now.
Nah,
Oh, he
that-
break 200. I'm on him.
He got a budget, bitch. Bitch, he got a budget.
He said, and we going somewhere after. Yeah. Bitch, I'm gonna get you a to-go box. Yeah.
Right.
listen, I'm married. Cut it out. You know
And
what I'm
these bitches
saying?
ain't been outside in know how long either. You ain't ready for that type of date.
Yeah, that's facts. So what would you think on the first date? everything, dinner, movie, extracurricular activities. How much you willing to spend?
So when I said it, I
Like
meant it like
100.
on some going out to eat type shit. I would try to stay below like 120, 140.
Alright.
If we talking a date, like yeah, we doing shit too. I'll probably be around the same. I'll try to keep that bitch below 180. If I'm at 200, I know I ain't doing nothing else for the rest of the month.
And that's just for the date, just for a date, just for a dinner. That's it.
Nah, like if it's just dinner, yeah, like I'm gonna try to keep that
We
thing
keep
like
it in copacetic. Let me show you
125.
my plan. Let me show you my plan. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
we're gonna go kart racing or something, like laser tag and something. David Buster's
Right,
type.
right.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna spend about $50 there.
Uh-huh.
Like, you feel me? Two people to a racetrack. We might do laser tag.
Yeah.
You feel me? We might do something. You feel me? Then we might go to a movie. That's another $30. $40 because you gotta buy that popcorn. So two tickets is
Yeah, yeah.
30.
Yeah,
Two
two
tickets,
tickets like
that's
$20.
That's 50.
Wait,
That's
are
50.
you just gonna get
Two
popcorn
tickets is-
and shit? That's
two
it.
tickets, Two tickets. Bitch, we just left motherfucking.
Yo, you just ate. Sit your ass down. Hey, ain't no winning.
Oh God, you getting a popcorn and a slushy, bitch, because you just ate. So that's another $20. That's $50. So now we had 90. We about $100 right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even ate yet, did we?
Nope. Yeah, exactly.
Then we going to Applebee's.
2 for 20. Yeah. That 125 range. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, boy.
The trick is this is the trick. Look up the menus, lunchtime menus, because you know they be doing little half
up.
off certain places. When you want to go to Outback for what? Meet me at about 12:30.
Get in that bitch
So
right
let's
before
get up
lunch
and go
over.
ahead and have a good. Then we're gonna take a walk around some. Listen, go get some ice cream. Look, how much I just spent already? $55.78. Look, you see that? We done went to 3 places. Look,
I'm telling you.
we went to 3 places.
Boy, y'all gotta come forward with me. I know we get that military discount. I'm using that motherfucker
Thank
everywhere.
you. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
be at
if
the
you really
gas
plan
station
it
trying to
out,
use that
if you
bitch.
plan it out right, you ain't spending no more than a goddamn a good 100. Look, 100.
I'm telling you, bro, when you ask a shorty to go out with you, it don't matter what you got planned, whether it's just food or you got food and the event lined up. Once you get to that point where you done broke about a bill and a half, you going to start checking your account. Like, all right, now I got to be a little bit more strategic. I can't just waste my bread on you no more. So that's why I say, if I'm really trying to be like on some romantic or some extravagant shit, I go up to 180. You know what I'm saying? If I hit 200 though, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be hurt. I might smile it off like you did, but I'm gonna be hurt. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting cheeks.
Date N stands for dick at the end.
Dick at the end. I like that one.
Ladies, if we going on a date, just know we dating, bitch.
Just know we dating.
You get drunk with me, you stop with me.
Dick at the end. Oh, I never heard that one. That's a
Yes,
good
sir.
one. All right, man. That was my little segment, man. So we gonna get into my man Jay. Let me vent. What you got to vent
Yeah,
about
man,
today,
let me
Jay?
vent, bro. So shit, I'm gonna take it back to Facebook too, bro, because I seen a post. I see a lot of women that shared a post by Carrie Hilson, and the post basically was something along the lines of a man has to display certain characteristics before a woman will be submissive to him. And I'm glad that it's men that's sitting around me right now, because I think that I'm one of the only people that thinks that it should actually be vice versa. So she was saying that the man has to display those characteristics before she could be submissive. I think that the woman needs to be submissive so that he can show those characteristics. And I'll explain, because like I said, if a woman is going to work every day, she provides for herself, she's paying her own bills, she's taking care of the family like she's supposed to, she's typically doing all of the things that the man is expected to come into the picture and do. But if she's doing that, that means that basically she's driving the car. How can he drive if she's in the driver's seat? So basically, she has to move over and say, okay, I'm comfortable enough, or I trust you enough to go ahead and take on this responsibility for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing with that is, I know a lot of women are big on, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be submissive to just any nigga. I'm not asking you to be submissive to any nigga. Like, first things first, if you going to fuck with a man, I hope that you fucking with somebody that you could trust on that type of level. Like, if you don't trust them with your life, you don't trust them to take care of your family, you bugging. But I think that women got to get it in their mind that that man can't be who he's supposed to be for your family until you get out of the way. Like, you can't be the woman and the man of the household. You know what I'm saying? So now that I put that out there, though, y'all fellas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look out for me and pretty good at letting me know when I'm in the wrong. So I kind of want to know what y'all think.
I want to
wish
know what
Sid
the
was
woman
here.
perspective
Yeah,
has.
I really want to know. You
She,
know what I mean?
let's see what Miss P said, because she was back there saying,
Yeah, no, that is so true. But I'm a different type of female, so they ain't females not really agree with me. But that is so true. Women are out here. I want this type of man. He need to be this. He need to be that. But what the fuck are you? If
right.
you're not to the standards that you need to be, you're not gonna get that man
Right.
to the standards that you want. I want him to have this. I want him. What do you have?
right,
Yeah.
what do you have?
Exactly.
But
Right.
see, I'm a different type of female. So.
And you know what's crazy? That you, what's that guy name that be on, he be,
Kevin Samuels?
that dude with the glasses and
Yeah.
shit like that? Yo, a lot of people don't like him, but yo, he be spot on. Like, the
Yeah.
woman be like, he be like, so what do you want? She be like, well, you know, I want a man that's this, that, then, and then. It's like, what's your credit score? She be like, I ain't, nah. That's very important. Like, you, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what you think you are? What you think you are? I'm like a 9. No, you're not. You see, that's a problem. Y'all be thinking, yo, he be killing. Yo,
Yeah. He ain't gonna play with nobody's
Shit
feelings.
that ain't got like a motherfucker. He disrespectful. I ain't a fan of the nigga. I ain't gonna lie, cause I feel like he just don't give enough advice.
advice. It's like down, belittling the woman, right? Yeah.
Tell you what it is.
Right.
Yeah, you're not. Like, even what he did to the nigga though, like the dude was like, shit, I feel like women should approach me. And he was like, how big is you feel me? He was like, just
Yeah.
like, but like, that ain't all that matter, bro. You want women to come to you? Just get your money up, bro. How can you get your money up? That's how that would have gave him perfectly good advice
Right.
to help him orchestrate it. You feel me?
Right.
But he just dogging people. So that's the only reason
Right.
I'm really a big fan of him. But he's successful at what he's doing.
But you know what? To just to allude to your statement, Jay, and I'm gonna bring my man K into it. We had a conversation, and he was saying, you know, like, it's hard to find good women these days, you know, because
True.
the women in this day and age, they are influenced by what social media has and what these women saying that a man should do, and the songs and everything like that. So
Right.
they think that a man got to be this and the third. But I was like saying, it's a generational thing and a upbringing thing, because, you know, I say like the women back that grew up from like the 80s all the way to the 2000s, they have more morals in what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
And for a man, right? They allow a man to be a man and a woman play their part. But
Right.
now in this day and age, it's like, yo, the woman does everything. Oh, I don't need no man for this. You know, unless the man got mucho
Until
money,
I want him.
you know, that's
Yeah.
all you know what I'm saying? So I think the how women in this day and age view men is totally different from how women used to view men back in the days. You know, so I think that, and to your point, as far as being submissive in that, I think the women, a lot of these women aren't going to do that. They aren't going to let a man do this, because they expecting, oh, you ain't got no money? Well, if I gotta do it myself. You know, they
Right.
more on that
Right.
independent shit times 10 now.
Right.
You know, so it's just this age of women. It just is. It needs to be a woman, like when Michelle Obama was vice president, right? I mean, not vice president, the first lady.
Right, first lady.
How woman was looking at her like, oh my God, because she was so elegant, dressed so elegantly, she talked so with hard grace. A lot of women was like, oh man, like Michelle killed it like that. But now that's gone. Now it's Cardi B's and it's Megan Thee Stallions now back in the shit. Oh, okay, now it's back to scamming shit. You know what I mean? So we just need a woman of prominence to.
But also,
I don't even knock those women though. Like, my fault, Sleeves, not to cut
good,
you
you
off,
good.
bro. But like the women that are in those positions, like, bro, if you a breadwinner, you're a breadwinner. That's perfectly fine. But the thing is that everything is a system, bro. Everything works in pairs. Everything has a match to it. You know what I'm saying? On some yin and yang type shit. So if you're gonna be the breadwinner, cool. But you also have to understand that if you're gonna be the breadwinner and you're the person that's going out to go work every day, you can't get mad when your man's is like, shit, I'm gonna be the person that stay at the crib and take care of everything here. Like, we don't both need to be in the same place at the same time because there's always other shit that gotta go on. And like bro said, it's really on some like women try to play this part like they want that traditional shit, but only when it's beneficial to them. You feel me? Like, if you're going to be on that traditional vibe, that's how it's got to be the whole way around, not just when it's beneficial for you or beneficial for me. So that's why I said, like, when a woman is asking for a man to be a certain type of man, like, okay, he's asking you to be a certain type of woman for him too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he's asking for a submissive woman, I'm not asking you to be stupid. I'm not asking for you to be my yes man. I'm telling you, hey, while I'm out and I'm working and I'm busting my ass, can you make sure that the crib is clean? And when I come home, we got something to eat. That's submissive enough for me. You know what I mean? So I think that women kind of they gotta get off of this whole facade that the social media culture is bringing to them, that, you know, women can do everything and niggas ain't really nothing except a meat stick
But
to them.
on the
But
flip
hold on.
side,
Niggas gotta stop. Some, like, you can put it like this: you got niggas. If you got it, you got it. You dig what I'm saying?
Facts.
But for ugly hoes, G, stop hyping up ugly hoes, man.
Facts too.
That's the thing about it,
Hey,
G. So
big
then
facts.
they get him the big head. You feel me?
Right.
They look at a nigga that's like, man, shit, I might ain't got that big of a bag, but shit, I got enough to where we'll be straight. You feel me? I can do what you need. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But they won't give him a second look because these niggas be out here hyping up. Man,
Oh,
listen.
yeah.
I look at certain shows like, what the fuck, bitch? You ain't got no couch, ho. Fuck you talking about?
right.
You coming at me? You talking about take you to Eddie V? Bitch, you ain't got no couch. You ain't got no couch, ho. What
Your
you
TV
mean?
sit on a stack of
You
books.
got. I put it like this. Your ass, listen. I can count the number of clothes hanging in your closet. Come on, shorty. What's going on?
But you know
want
what?
To do this, that, and portray, and then niggas give them that. So then they step out here like. That man, that same shorty looked at me and told me, I think a man should work and give his woman half his check. And I said, hold on.
shit.
Tell her go
Bitch,
50-50.
I said, hold on. So I said, so then what, you breaking half your check off then?
Right.
You swapping half a check? She talking about, no, I get my whole check, but
Yeah,
then
okay.
you break for what?
Oh, that's some sucker shit.
Man,
What if
listen.
my other girl go give me
listen,
some?
yeah,
But
Shit,
you know
you
what?
talking
I don't
about?
want to sit here and bash the women because there are a lot of ain't shit niggas out here though
That's
that
true,
ain't
too.
got, all they do is smoke and they be sitting in there living rent free because the girl have their little apartment and shit like that. So nigga like, yo, I'm gonna stay over here. Sure, they got her own crib. I'm gonna smoke and shit. I'm living rent free. And then that's where a lot of women come in at and be like, yo, because these niggas ain't shit. You know what I mean? What up, babe?
Like I got this next door neighbor. And I was telling you about that last night. And every time I drive, you know, you like an African, like something on the African channel where you see the woman with the big breasts and she got the 2 kids, and then the African warrior go off and she holding them. Well, this dude, every time I drive off, he got the 2 babies on him.
Oh no.
And he look at me with the sad face. And I look at him every day when I drive by and he look at me. I say, I can't be this nigga right here. Ain't no way I can be this nigga right here. His girl got a car repossessed and didn't let him know. It came and woke up, the car gone. So they fussing and kicking the doors down and everything. I'm like, well, you know, that's how it is. So, but you arguing with her, but you let her drive off in your stuff.
Right.
With the babies on your, like an African woman in the African city. Like, you know what I'm saying, like that? But when it goes back to it, what he said, the ugly girls do get themselves hyped up a little bit too much. Now for me, this the true thing.
Bitch, you ugly.
It ain't never been a struggle for me to get a bad girl because I can open my mouth and I can spit my tongue to her and wind her in.
Facts.
Now, it's been occasions when I seen an all right chick. I was like, damn, you know, she all right. She ain't bad. But let me go speak and spit to her.
Right.
I get that angry black. I said, one girl said, what you angry for?
Right.
I got a right to be angry.
For
That's
what?
what she told me.
Right.
She said, I got a right to be angry. I said, for what?
Right.
I said, for what? I said, be angry when somebody do something to you.
Right.
Hurt you and tear you down.
Right.
But don't be angry when one of us want to come over and spit some real game because you don't know who you might be talking to.
Right.
Might be talking to somebody that might make your life a little bit better than what it is.
Right. Facts.
So the way I look at it every day, you know what I'm saying? That Michelle Obama stuff over with. Like you said, we got your Cardi B's and all that coming back out there. And all that stuff. That crazy stuff.
Do it again, bro.
That That stuff, that's what's in right now. But to go back
My
to
nigga
it,
did the toucan call.
my mama days over with. My dad and mom been married over 40-something years.
Bless their hearts.
Bless.
I say I don't want that. You know why I don't want that? Because I don't believe in that. We live in the times where, hey,
Wait, you
that's
don't
hard to
believe in longevity?
He seen it his whole life. He don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe in it.
what
But
he
I'm
see
happy my
today
mom
ain't
and
the
dad
same.
believe in it, but I don't believe in it.
I don't believe it.
But hey, that's it. I'm gonna give it back up.
I fuck with it. I don't believe
Oh,
it.
he said, I don't believe in that, man. Trap City in the building. What up, man? We got to catch you up. We got to catch your little stuff. But no, man, that's all factual shit. You know what I mean? We got to stop bigging up these ugly mugglies out here, and then
What are y'all
the
talking
ain't shit niggas, just we got to address them niggas too. Because it be the ain't shit niggas that be bigging up that you ain't that. You ain't that too. You got
That's what y'all talking about?
somewhat.
So y'all know at a higher level. Listen, this is what I've had. So humble yourself.
Humble yourself.
Humble them. Like, listen, this is what I'm really using.
I be telling girls all the time, like on a scale of 8, on a scale of 1 to 10, baby, you an 8, bitch. You almost look better than me.
Yo,
I tell them, like, bitch,
you not getting away. I can't even gas you like that, baby.
you almost look better than me.
You gotta stay grounded. So we was talking. I was venting, bro, and I was telling the boys how I seen this post on Facebook. Carrie Hilson said something about like the only way a woman should be submissive to a man is if he shows certain characteristics. And I was saying that basically a woman should be submissive first so that that guy could show those characteristics. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So hear me out. So
It's
a
a
woman
no for me.
So a woman not being submissive, like if a woman is providing for her household, she's going to work every day, she's doing everything. Typically, these are the positions that a man is supposed to do, right? So how can I come into your life or come into a woman's life and take care of those things if you already doing it, unless you're willing to sacrifice and say, okay, I'm going to give up this position for you to do it, and she's going to move out the way. You get what I'm saying? Like,
No.
he can't drive. Okay, well, go ahead. You take off.
Yeah, let's hear
a no
another
for
woman's
me.
perspective.
Like, first of all, I don't have a problem with being submissive, but I'm not gonna just off the bat be submissive, because what am I being submissive to? You could show me the first 3 months that, okay, you some shit, and then bam, now I'm submissive. Now I ain't got no job, you ain't got no job. We sitting up here, you playing the game all day, you smoking weed, I'm stressed out.
So
Just
we
chill
talked
out.
about that.
Like, I'm not about to do this. It's a no
If
for
it
me.
That
took
was
you
two- that
3
was two,
months to realize
you
that
been in
nigga
this
was
situation
shit.
before, because we was talking about niggas smoking weed, playing the game, and then you came in and said the same shit. Like,
It took you 3
she was in
months to
a
realize
situation like
that
that.
nigga was trash, though. You feel me?
No,
It took
I'm
you
not
3
saying
months to
that.
realize
That's
you don't
not what
wanna
I'm saying.
submit to
See,
him.
y'all, see, men don't listen. That's not what I said at all.
okay.
I said if the man shows you at the beginning that he is worth a damn, and then gets comfortable, and then completely goes and says fuck everything, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right. I was about to say but in the beginning, in order for him to even have that opportunity, you had to say, okay, usually I'm the breadwinner, but instead of me worrying about providing for the entire household, I'm gonna go ahead and say you be the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you don't still provide for yourself and take care of yourself,
Okay.
but you're expecting at the end of the day, okay, let's say y'all go out on a date, or you go out. When you go out, you expected to fend for yourself, right?
Not on a date.
Nah, not on no date. I'm saying if you go out by yourself,
Even
if
if
you
you
go out
asked
for a
him.
night on the town,
If I
you
ask him,
going out.
it's my date. We going out together. I'm paying for you.
So hear me out. If you going
I'm not
out
picking you
in the
up,
middle,
man.
if you going out by yourself, it's like a girls' night or some shit. But you came by yourself, you leaving by yourself. You expected to fend for yourself.
Right.
When you go out with a nigga, you expecting for him to be that you know what I'm saying, like that security for you, right?
If he my nigga.
Okay, so we'll say that, right?
Right.
You're a nigga,
But-
right?
If he says, "Hey, this is looking like a dangerous situation. You need to go to the car." Are you going to the car, or are you staying right there?
Taking my ass to the car. You
Okay,
damn
then.
sure
So
right.
now you being submissive for him. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
not being submissive. That's listening. It's a difference between being submissive and just listening to your nigga. Like, submissiveness is more of like, you lead, I follow type shit. You telling me to do something is not you leading and not following. That's you keeping me out of safety. That's two different things.
That's a fair point. I feel like in that situation, that was a good example of, you know what I'm saying, him
So if I
leading
lead your ass to
and
the kitchen, is
assessing
your
the
ass gonna
situation.
cook, motherfucker?
No. Fuck no.
Right there.
And
Look over there.
since
Make a
you
right,
asked
make a
me like
left.
that,
Apron
no.
right on the door.
No.
You got the ingredients, got the spoon right there. Salt over there.
No.
You gonna get in and cook?
I feel like it's a difference between obedience and submissiveness.
I agree. I
But-
agree. 100%. 100%.
Give him a mic.
I see. I noticed the back and forth. You know, it's like the universal back and forth. You know, we all had it for the longest time. But the questions that both of us, you know, both sexes need to ask each other is, at what point did we stop trying to impress the other person? Like, for real.
You right.
Like,
Real
I
shit.
mean, like, from the beginning to the end, at what point, and I say that because even down to the relationship part, at what point, and you know how it goes, typically it's because they do something that makes you kind of give up. I know that's my situation. I was all in from the jump, and I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not materialistic, but I like a baddie. But you know how it goes. You go get the baddies with the baddie attitude.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So my whole point is this. Regardless of my situation, y'all situation, whoever, at what point did we stop really trying to impress each other? Like,
Right.
straight up. Like, that ass. Like, for real.
That's a good question. At what point do we? You said do we stop trying to impress each other?
What point did we or do we? Did we?
Did we?
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Real rap.
You gotta ask yourself, at what point am I stopping? And that's when you kind of catch on to, like,
Yeah.
this is a bad relationship or this is a good relationship.
Yeah.
Good question, Memphis Bleak.
Man, Bleak kid, hey. That's how Men Bleak used to do shit back in the day. That's facts. That's facts.
But no, that's that's a good question.
Word. And I mean, this is a topic we could talk on, you know, that could be a hot topic for another day. You know what I mean? Because we got to bring them on and we still got to get some hot topics from Sid. You know what I'm saying? So that was a perfect segue.
Okay,
Yeah.
celebrity birthdays. R.I.P. Michael Jackson. It's his birthday.
It's his
today.
birthday today? Oh, shit. Table for the king of pop, man. Mike Jack. How old he turn?
He dead, so he not turned nothing. He turned
Yeah.
in his grave.
Well, we
He's not
still
turning
gonna
nothing, he's
say.
turning in
We
grave.
still
Turning in his
gonna
grave.
say.
He turning in his grave. He like this.
What the, how old he turned?
Yeah,
Fuck what y'all
63.
say. My man, live in spirit. He turned how much?
Like
That nigga
63.
got
63,
19
okay.
little third graders right next to him right now.
Chill, don't do that about my
How
mic.
y'all think
Chill,
having
chill.
lit? Y'all think having turned up for his B-Day?
Oh yeah, they lit.
I know they
They got
turned up.
Biggie.
Prince performing tonight.
Right. Whitney up there. Whitney up there high as hell. Woo!
Kobe
Bobby-
got a
I mean,
VIP
Michael-
section.
He ain't invite none of them niggas. He invited all the
You
Columbine
know Kobe got a
shooting
section
kids.
up in there.
Facts.
Him and Nipsey.
Section go
Nipsey
dumb.
got a, yeah, with Pac and Biggie.
Pac ain't dead.
Pac
Pac
Biggie,
ain't dead.
Pac ain't
Nipsey
dead.
and
I
Kobe
believe
gonna
it.
be in the section
I believe
like
Pac
Michael
ain't dead.
Jackson
He in
birthday
Cuba.
party.
They in Cuba. Pac in Cuba. That's another story too.
We'll get on that another
Facts.
day. Okay, so hot topics. It's
That was
not
only
really.
birthday?
Yeah, that was on the
damn.
birthday. It's not really too many because I just want to focus on Kanye West.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about this whole Donda album.
Okay.
Because
Done.
the first track, have y'all heard it?
I heard it drop today, right?
Yeah,
They
the
said
first track
Universal
is
dropped today.
literally him just Donda.
Donda.
And when I heard it, I'm
Donda.
like, damn, what is my
Donda.
phone skipping? Like, what's going on? Like,
Oh, that's the first track. You just
it's
saying
just
Donda?
Donda. Like, yeah, over and over. It's a chant.
Oh,
I think
okay.
he missed his mom, bro. I think that's what
he
that
did.
And that's what I'm gonna get into. Okay,
That's
so
withdrawal.
y'all know the little drama that's been going on with the album.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, he dropped the album.
Mm-hmm.
There was No the Baby.
Yeah, we found that out. I think
The
I found
hard
that
way.
out. About 30 minutes ago.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
late. There was No the Baby. Kanye West posted a screenshot between him and I'm assuming was like his manager or somebody in his camp, basically saying that Arnold Taylor, the baby's manager, never cleared it. That's why I didn't go on there. Arnold Taylor woke up. He put all that shit to false. He's like, no, this shit cap. As soon as I seen it, I released it immediately. Like, why would I want to stop something like big as this for my artist? That makes no sense.
Right.
You have people like Tank chiming in saying, yo, Arnold Taylor has only done good business for me. Like, I don't see him as this type of person.
Right.
So from there, it keeps going on. So track 20 is a song called Lord, I Need You. The sample to that is a girl that went viral a few years ago on Facebook that was just singing like in her living room with her family. She didn't even know that she was on the album, like that they had sampled her.
Oh shit.
So she got on there and she's like,
That's a
first and
lawsuit.
foremost, like, exactly. She's like, first and foremost, like, thank y'all to everybody that's been congratulating me on being on the album. I had no idea. Nobody contacted me about this. My legal team will, like, they're
Right.
obviously going to take the correct steps. Okay, so fast forward through the day, Kanye West comes back on the gram. And now Kanye West, like, Universal released my album without my say-so. What y'all
Right.
got going on? So who knows with Donda. If you didn't listen, go listen because I feel like they might take it back down. I don't know. It is a good album, though. I ain't
He
gonna cap.
he gonna drop a whole nother album.
I think he is
Right.
too.
And
New
I-
features.
Yeah.
Just to tag along to the baby thing, I think, because in the music business, you got PR people that controls everything that comes out. So I'm just thinking, just knowing a little something about something, the backlash he was getting from not having Jay on the track. It was a lot of people, surprisingly, it was like, how, like, I mean, that's Jay. So it's like you replace the baby. If he would replace Nas with Jay, it'd never been no debate. But because of what that was going on with the baby, like how you replace him with that. So I'm just thinking the PR is like, yo, we got to do something because it's out that you replace Jay with the baby. Let's put this verbiage out.
But
that the album.
He didn't, though.
Huh?
He technically didn't. It's two different versions of the song.
But the album version is supposed to have the baby on it. That was supposed to be the album version with the baby without Jay.
So they just made it a part 2.
So however they're gonna do it, but I think
no, it's on there now.
So
it's track number 27.
so they got the baby on there.
Yeah, it's on there. It's part 2. That's what I'm saying. I thought.
So
from
he did
my
2.
knowledge, I thought it was a 2-part song. So he got Jesus.
They must
Lord.
have just added that.
He got Jesus Lord, and that's the one with Jay. And then he got Jesus Lord part 2. That's the one
That's
with the baby.
With the baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did? Well, I got to
They
find out
added
when
it. They added it earlier today. I want to say it was probably around like 1 o'clock. They added it after the whole Arnold Taylor thing came out.
Then they
that
added
it had
it
been
out.
cleared. Yeah.
See,
So-
that's all PR work.
don't
You know what I
know.
mean? Shout out to the PR team. But shout out to the baby. That's a big. Let's get some table claps for the
Right.
baby. Cause that's a big win for the baby. After all that
Full
shit that's
shit.
going on, look what happens. You know what I mean? The Lord said,
facts.
blessing.
Nah, he still
On
dropping
Kanye
some
shit.
shit though. He been his last shit, that last video.
Who canceled?
Yeah. that
I
shit
don't
was
think people would have cared if they replaced Jay with the baby though, bro. Like
People
this
really cared.
But this is a cultural shift. Kanye is a big person. Don't get me wrong, but we know this ain't finna be Kanye's college dropout album, bro.
Right.
He's producing. We need to feel this as far as the music goes. So I think
Right.
that Jay is a big name. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's gonna sell, but the baby is also another big name right now, and he's also
Right.
gonna sell, but he's also more relevant right now. And as harsh as that may sound, like I think that it would have been more cultural to have the baby on there than it would have been to have Jay.
Right.
And that's just
Jay's the Billy Goat.
I mean, he had Dirk on there. He had a lot of people on the album, so
Word.
it just
Yeah,
makes sense, like you said, for
Word. Oh, so Dirk made the cut then.
yeah, Dirk made the
Okay.
cut.
Lil
yeah.
Baby
Alright.
made the cut.
Yeah,
and
made
there's
the
a
cut.
lot of youngins on
Okay.
it. You feel me?
All
So-
right. All right. Shout out to
Only
the baby,
person we
man.
missed was Blueface.
Nah, we good on him. We don't want him.
Niggas
We don't want him.
Shit. What else? That's it?
It's not, but I have to find this post so I don't misread it.
Which post?
It might be hot.
Who was it from?
It was about some racist shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
in
okay,
California.
Mhm.
So in California, there was a video that surfaced of 3 high school students that carried around this doll. It was a black-faced doll named Shaniqua. In the video, the doll is seen being abused, kicked on the ground, slapped in the head, just, everything, right? So people was in outrage because why are 3 white kids carrying around a black baby? And the image that they drew on
Named
her was
Shaniqua.
the big lips, the big eyes, thick brows, African-looking nose. It was just very racist, right? Then to make matters worse, they named it Shaniqua.
Right.
And they literally taking this baby, they throwing her like a football.
Wait, how old is these kids?
They in high school.
Only high school kids? Okay.
They
so
old
they
enough
know
to
better.
know better. Yeah, they old enough to know
They
better.
know better. Uh-huh.
Ain't nobody beat their ass up.
No, but they did get suspended. But still, let's talk about that because at what point in society did black people allow? I'm gonna say this to happen because at some point we have to say enough is enough.
Listen, man.
They have black people at their school.
I mean, it was in Salinas, California.
What school was it? So I could do my research and a lot of these schools are predominantly white. Black kids running around
Salinas
there.
High School.
Can somebody Google that, please?
How you
Anybody?
spell that?
Salinas. Just say Siri
S-A-L-I-N.
Salinas High School.
That's a word of the day. That's a word of the day, for real.
You know what I mean?
Salasinas.
Oh, we gotta go Salasinas.
Salinas. See what's the
Principal coming.
black to white ratio in that school. But I mean,
But still, though,
Yeah.
that's even worse if they have black kids there because why the black kids allowing
nobody.
that
But
shit?
it depends on where did they do that at, because I'm pretty sure they didn't do it in hindsight. I mean,
They was in the
plain
football
view.
field. They was in locker rooms. They was on campus
So they was
doing
on
this.
campus
Bullshit.
running around.
They had a whole Instagram page for the little baby.
A whole Instagram page?
Yeah,
Shaniqua
a whole
got
Instagram page.
Shaniqua
She
got
got
a
a
It was
page?
Shaniqua. It was
Instagram.
like Shaniqua dot baby, Shaniqua dot SNH baby or something like that.
Oh, so they
and
had
the
a
page
whole
has been
page.
taken down. Yeah, I've been following this stuff for a minute.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
So
Oh, yeah,
Shaniqua
that's
got a
disrespectful.
page.
she had a page.
Oh, that's
They took that
disrespectful.
shit down.
Listen, man. I mean, is it new? Is it anything that's surprising? It's not surprising to me.
No, but it's just like
It's the
It's the
disrespect, but you know, it ain't
disrespect.
surprising.
It's the disrespect.
I'm just glad that we have social media. And like one thing I would say about the whole Trump thing, it just allowed me to visually see the people who I know are racist.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Be
saying?
coached
Because there's a
a
lot of
little bit.
undercover motherfuckers. Thank you for social media, so it could put them on Front Street. I know that you racist. You know what I mean? So if I see you, I'm going to be like, all right, try that shit over here. Any person of color will see them and like, if they know them, follow the story, be like, all right, I see you.
The fight tonight, Jake Paul and Logan Paul,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Tyron Woodley. So
Yeah.
look, they just had a little face off or whatever, and they had what he say to
He
him?
spazzed on that
He
nigga.
spazzed on. He,
He
was
said,
like,
"I'ma beat
he
some
said-
culture into
he
you."
Said, yeah, pretty
Something
much
like
told him.
that.
He said, how many people in your neighborhood dress like you?
Yeah.
He
When the
put-
last time you listened to a rap song?
He said, how many rap songs you listen to? You feel me? He was like. He's like, exactly. He was like, the shit that they talking about in rap songs, that's my life. He was like, you just vulture. He was pretty much, he was going.
Oh,
in
he was
on
going
it.
in on him.
He was going.
And then
in.
that's what Dame has talked about, culture vultures. He talked about
In
that.
his case, if he lose though, bro, that's gonna be so bad because it's literally like, damn, bro, you let that white man beat your ass. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Somebody got to
at
stop
the
Jake
same
Paul though.
time,
He doing too much.
Facts.
Too
Big facts.
much.
But that shit right there, bro, taking that shit around the school, bro, niggas should have
Yeah, that shit crazy.
I don't care if it was 3 people at that fucking high school that was black. They should have all.
Right, somebody
Right.
should have stepped in.
Yeah, but nah,
Come
even
on,
if it's
man.
nah, that's a large number. 3 black kids though.
On God, I
all-
could take 10 by myself.
Yeah,
10
yeah,
little
yeah.
white. Oh,
what about
no,
20, 30? That's when
That's
when,
what. Hey,
That's when they
They're
get.
gonna be doing a Naruto run on you and everything.
Yeah, I ain't never been in that situation, man. I just don't, I never want to put my kids in that situation where we just gotta
Right.
be under like that type of like. If anything ever happened, we just outnumbered like that. That's like that's
Yeah.
not a good feeling, bro.
Right.
That's not a good feeling.
But yo, man, we got some
Still.
special guests, man. So I want to
Yeah.
make sure we get them on, man. What else we got for hot topics?
That's
Trap?
it. I was
That's
just gonna
it?
say, prayers up to the people of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
They got hit with hurricane.
Got another hurricane.
Yeah, the
Shit.
hurricane today. They officially have no power now.
Oh, man.
The city is the streets are starting to flood. So,
Oh man.
and you know this is like the 16th year anniversary or something like that
Yeah.
of Katrina. So even worse.
And it's crazy because we was just out there about like what, a little less than a month ago, and we did like a tour, and they had took us to like all the spots where Hurricane Katrina affected the most.
Ninth Ward.
I don't know where the hell it was at. I know we was driving, and he took us to a particular stop sign that had the watermarks on it, just so people could physically see. Bro, I was like, yo, and they was showing us the house that was right across the street that obviously was renovated, but the height of where that water was at to the height of that house, I was like, yo, like
that shit real.
Yeah, that
crazy.
shit
Like
hard.
you got to go there and see that. Then I mean, right? You know, now the infrastructure they are building like because it was something that got a certain part where it's like above sea level.
Yeah, and I was about to say, so I did a tour like that when I went to New Orleans, and but the person that took us on the tour was actually from New Orleans.
From New
And they
Orleans.
said that higher elevation was all white people and basically saved them. And that's why it looks so much different than like the 9th Ward, 5th
Yep.
Ward, stuff like that. Because they
Wayne
took
trying
all
to
of
tell
that
them.
money and rebuilt the white neighborhoods and basically said, fuck the black neighborhoods. Like, y'all got to go to New
blew the
Orleans.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta go
for
to
real,
New
if y'all
Orleans.
never been to New Orleans, it's definitely you got to go.
Yeah, and I would say if you go there, take a tour.
Yeah.
You know, a
And go
tour
to the
guide and go
casinos.
to the places. The casinos?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
Nah.
I ain't
New
doing
Orleans
shit.
got shotgun houses. They got like shotgun style houses where you can look straight through the front door and look right out the back.
Straight out the back door.
Yeah.
It's like different. Like I'm like, damn, why all these houses like built long as fuck. Like,
Yeah. But it's crazy out there, man. Shout out to them, man. And you
Yeah.
know, hopefully, you know, prayers up to them, man. But yo, Mook, word of the day, man.
Let's go.
Word of the day, word of the day. Let me get it. It's time for the word of the day.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's time for the word of the day.
Hey, hey, hey.
It's time for the word of the day.
Hey.
Y'all know how this shit go. Y'all know how this shit go. From the root word, from the Latin derivative word. No, I'm talking shit.
All right now.
All right, now, word of the day, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a definition. See if y'all can guess it, like y'all never do. No surprise, and then we go from there. So, definition is a person one does not know, especially one regarded as odd, suspicious, or engaging in socially inappropriate behavior.
That ending blew me. I was about to say peculiar, but I don't know.
Yeah, that
A person one does not know.
a person that's that
It's a
no.
noun.
It's strange.
It's a
No.
noun.
Especially one regarded as odd, you odd ass dude, suspicious or engaged in socially inappropriate behavior. It's probably not a word that y'all probably using y'all
I
vocabulary.
mean, yeah, I'm never gonna guess it. What is it?
Rando,
What?
Rando.
Rando?
Rando.
Ran. I know we gonna go with it already.
I done ran that whole down.
There's so many ways you can flip that.
Right.
So pretty much it was a dude from the 3 people in the video. There was black people there, but they ran though. They're like, man, you know?
Straight up.
We don't want no
Weird
parts, right?
No odd ass nigga.
What's the definition again?
It's a person one does not know, especially one regarded as odd. Name somebody that's rando. Name a rando ass.
Name a rando ass person.
Lil
Person.
Rando ass nigga. Huh? Lil Uzi.
Little pump. That
All
motherfucker
the
rando is
hooves.
crazy.
MGK.
Head ass.
MGK? Nah.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, Machine Gun. I don't know. He got bars, man. Shout out to
Eminem.
the nigga.
Still,
He weird.
That's
yeah.
my answer. Eminem. That nigga was odd to me when I
He was odd.
He was just on drugs.
He's a rando. That's the word, rando.
Rando.
Could y'all imagine when he palm sweaty, like shaking and shit down?
Reenacted. What song is that?
Soggy ass tank top.
Lose yourself.
Drugs as fuck.
Word
Off
of
the
the day,
Molly.
rando, man. Listen,
Rando.
man.
Let me
From
see if
Brooklyn,
y'all
never
had-
rando, never will. Ah, bang.
I ain't never ran though, a nigga. Goddamn, so ain't about that.
Get
money.
Get money.
That whole fit too smooth. I'm mad that shit really fit too smooth. Y'all wild as shit.
Oh, we can say
Yo, man. Shout out to
the No
Mookie,
Advisory
man. Word of
Punch,
the day.
word of
We
the
ain't
day.
got that.
Facts,
We ain't that. Shout out to that shit that Miss Pontina had. Rando. But let's get our special guest on, man. Southside O. K, you coming on too? They over there politic. All right, let's go, man. Let's get Southside O. My man K online. Licks the move. So, yo, man, we got Southside O. We got my man K. See, I fuck up name 'cause I can't say your Kairaba or whatever.
Well,
I don't want to say the whole shit, but it's K. You know what I mean? So I fuck up name say K, man. On No Advisory Podcast, we gonna let wait, where Jay at? We gotta bring Jay
behind
bring him
me.
in too.
Hey.
Come on, Jay. You gotta bring
We gotta bring y'all in.
you gotta
the
bring
No
y'all in the
Advisory
No
style.
Advisory way.
So
It's
me and
the
Jay,
new No Advisory way now. We
God.
there you
we
go.
bring y'all in a little bit different from anybody you ever encountered.
Yeah, so
You
before you
ready,
talk
Jay?
and talk
Big
your
facts.
shit. All right.
All right, so here in No Advisory, we just gonna ask you 3 simple questions, okay?
Real simple.
Who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do.
They know this shit, man. They ain't know this.
I ain't new to it. Well,
That's a fact.
friends and people I'm cool with, they call me K. But people I ain't cool with, they call me Mr. Martin. And the reason they call me Mr. Martin, cause James Brown say call me Mr. Brown. So people I don't know, you gonna call me Mr. Martin. On the other hand, I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, North Charlotte, West Side, from the Hoodville, One Love. Shout out to Senpai Kale. Shout out to the Martin clan. Shout out to the Hill clan. What I do a little bit of everything. I'm a hustler. I move around. That's what you can't get no bread. Like McLean said the other day, there's no way you should be broke in 2021.
Okay.
There's no way that you shouldn't be broke. I always say you should have multiple hustles, because if one venture fail, you got another and another to keep bringing streams of income coming in. What I like to do a little bit of everything. Direct some too. I like to produce. I like to edit. And I love kids. I love working with kids. The fact what we say, they are tomorrow. There's not one person in this room that wouldn't do one good thing or give their life for their child. I hope
That's
so.
facts.
I hope, but
Fuck
let's
them
pass it
kids.
on to
Right,
the
I was
next
about to say,
I
fuck
ain't
the kids.
got
I don't got no kids.
I'm
My
just talking
kids
shit.
back
That's
with
because
God.
I
No, I'm
take
just-
care of my kids.
What kids you got, Mookie?
I take care of them. I took care of that shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
He ain't say I take care. I took care. Past
No,
tense.
so you my dog. No, I'm just saying.
Yo, my name's Southside O.
We can say-
Rap artist,
I'm still with it.
but on top of all of that, more so. My name is Marcellus Copeland. Author, producer, business owner, investor. I'm trying to be a multimillionaire by 2022, y'all. Straight up. Right to the
Facts.
motherfucking point. I'm out here shooting a movie. Like I said, I do my music thing. I write novels, a couple of them already on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. I write novels for I publish novels for other people as well. Beverly Van Copeland Publishing. So anybody out there, you know how it goes, those aspiring artists, scream at me for real. I'll make sure you get your shit out there for real. I'll make sure you get it out there. We'll work with you for the most part. I'm all about, it's like good music, I'm trying to get out our dreams, for real. So this is my way of making shit happen for real, for real. Now, the people love the book so much, which was Licks Chapter 1, the beginning, which was the first one. it's time to make a movie for this shit. You know, it's really time to get this shit popping for real. We're using solid camera. We're using industry cameras for the most part. I got some solid film crew with me this time. So this is something I tried to do before. You know, it's 2021. We about to make this shit pop off for real. I actually just had rehearsals with some of my cast. You know, doing a little bit of interactions before I came here for real. CEO came through, and I'm gonna tell you on top of all that, CEO is actually in my movie. On top of all that, so
that was the announcement.
that was
He
just
only
like
made
a
an
little
announcement.
I might have broke it a little too soon and all, but this shit about to be lit, yo. I'm telling y'all for real.
Right.
For real,
Shout out
straight
Uncle
up.
Ian.
What we trying to do is I'm trying to make. It's like my bro said. We trying to literally make a Black Hollywood within Virginia, North Carolina, and Atlanta. Literally, but obviously you see that the people that are already in that position of power, they're not really giving handouts, and we don't want no motherfucking handouts in the first place. You know how it goes when you come from the rough. You used to this shit, so you used to the struggle. It's like one of my songs that say, you talk about a recession, nigga, that was a Tuesday for us, motherfucker. What you talking about? Know what I mean? For real.
Right.
So we used to the grind. So we're gonna give them a solid quality industry version of my film, of my book. But on top of all of that, it's gonna be literally industry worthy. It's literally going to be industry worthy in every kind of way, and we're going to have the support of Charlotte, the support of Virginia, which is where I'm from, Norfolk, Virginia, on top of everything else. And like I said, we'll give y'all our best rendition of it. So I definitely want y'all support, regardless of who it is, whether it's the people in this room or whether it's the people that's watching this podcast, straight up. NoAdvisory, you know, I definitely appreciate the support. You know, the love they showed me the other day ago, man, that humbled me for real. Like, y'all definitely came out. It's real. The love is real, and I promise you I'm going to do everything I can to give it back, straight up.
Already.
Man, dead ass.
So tell the people, you know, because I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm about to read it because I got to dive into it. For the people that don't know, tell the people about the book, the origin of it, because, you know, you like you say, you're from Virginia, so the people don't know it's based out of strongly from Virginia. So tell the people about the book and about the movie, how it came from the book.
I'm going to be honest with you. I started the book when I was in jail. Like I said, I do music. So I started the book off as a rap. But I was in a hole, had gotten some shit. You know how it goes, doing wild shit in jail for the most part. And what turned into a rap, or what started as a rap turned into a movie. For real. Yeah, and believe it or not, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't nothing to me because I love music. When it comes to my music in general, I'm so in detail with it. Everything I say when it comes to music, you have to see it. So when it comes down to me writing something that doesn't have to rhyme, that shit was a cakewalk because it don't even got to rhyme now. Now I just got to keep going. It was more just a matter of, do I make sure I don't incriminate nobody, or do I just say fuck it? And I'm never going to just say fuck it and throw everybody under the bus. You know what I mean? So what I did was, instead of giving shout-outs, you know how it goes when it comes to a book. You give your shout-outs at the beginning of the book. I said, nah, fuck that. We're going to do this something totally different. Instead of giving them a shout-out, I'm going to make each person that I would give a shout-out a character in the book. And that's my way of giving them a shout-out. You feel me? Of course, it won't be actually them. Sometimes it may actually be some of their attributes. But for the most part, it's just me saying, I love you that much. You feel me? So, yeah, that's kind of where it came from. It started from just a rap. It turned into a book that people actually said, yo, I can see it. I mean, literally, it was over and over. I can see it. I didn't even want to put it down. I could see it. I could see it. And that's what made me feel like, damn. I wrote it in the aspect of just in case it did turn into a movie, it wouldn't be too hard to shoot as far as like the props and all that. You don't want to go too extreme. You know how it goes. Like, I can't get no goddamn rocket. You know what I mean? So if it was a fantasy film, you know what I mean? I made sure I kept it relatable, familiar, and accessible. And that's exactly what I got out of this situation for the most part. Everybody that's doing this, I'm going to tell you straight up, from the film crew to the cast, everybody's doing this with the promise of IMDb credits at the end of the day. Everybody knows the IMDb credits are the credits that you need, more or less, when you're actually showing your portfolio to the industry people. They're not accepting Boo Boo Around the Corners movie. They want to see if your shit is listed on the IMDb, I'm sorry. Correct. But at the end of the day, that's what I'm automatically giving them. Naturally, I'm providing with food, transportation, as well as hotel stay. But at the end of the day, I got a cast and a crew of people that's dedicated to this. And then my job is to make sure that I return the same favor. I'm going to make sure I reciprocate that. For real. At the end of the day, Charlotte is showing a lot of love. And I definitely want them to continue to show that same love. Like I say, no advisory. You see where I'm at with it, for real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That shit hard.
So we gonna definitely make it happen. You know, that's what, like I said, it came from that, and now it's about to be a movie. For real. It's about to be a movie. It's loosely based on my life. I ain't gonna lie. I used to hit licks like my mind was bad. The way y'all got phone numbers in your phone, I had addresses in my phone. Like, for real, and I'm not even bullshitting. We were literally coming back in town from hanging out with the Clips, hitting licks, going back out of town with them because they're always on tour. So that was our safe haven to get the fuck out of Dodge when we did some dirt. We'll just do that, haul ass back out of there and blow the money, but we were stupid. We never thought that at any minute this shit can crash. All this nut shit can crash. And the money we blowing is just like with the drug game. It's lawyer fees at the end of the day. And anybody will tell you, the average stick-up kid is broke as a bitch. Even though they come up, they still broke as a bitch. For real, for real. So I wanted to give that in the film. I wanted to give them the reality of it. These people aren't just villains, uber villains, you know, as we want to stigmatize them. They, in their mind, they got a reason for this shit. Even if it don't even make no motherfucking sense to nobody else. In their mind, they got something that justifies why they doing what they're doing. To them, it was the environment or the situation that current conditions put them in. One way or another, it was something that made them feel like, I really got to do this. So I wanted to humanize everybody in this film so it'll make it relatable to from that person that may actually have an office job, but he knows that worker in the warehouse that wears his pants down a little low. He's probably cool, but he just don't know his background. To that person that actually does hit licks and knows his lifestyle. I wanted to be as easily understandable to everybody for the most part, but give off the right message, which is when you do dirt, you get dirt.
Right.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. You going to see some shit in this film. I'm talking about kids getting killed. I'm showing the shit. If they didn't want to show it before in Hollywood, this is my motherfucking movie. We showing all that shit because you need to see exactly what really happens in real life. I'm going to give them the harshest version of this stick-up shit they ever seen. The message is strong. The actors they're giving the best rendition as possible, and that's all I ask them for real. I don't know. It's time, yo. For real. Fuck all the talking. I'd rather just show you than tell you for real.
So, sorry. Sorry. I just had a question. I just want to know, like, at what point of the book's lifespan did you decide, like, fuck it, we gonna turn it into a movie?
Soon as everybody responded how they responded. I swear, everybody's first response was, I can see it. Yo, I can see it when you turn it into a movie. I can see it when are you turning it into a movie. Yo, I know that spot. Oh my, yo, damn, yo, it's like I'm in the book. And that's all I wanted. Naturally, it's almost like how Jay-Z said when he wrote his first album, it was for his friends. I wrote it for my city to some degree. But the thing is, you know how it goes. It's a hood every fucking way. So whether they talking about Campostella Road, which is an area in my area, or they talking about Betty's Ford in this area, the hood is the hood. And even if they don't look the same shit going on in all of those places. The same shit is going on in all of those places at the end of the day. And you know how it goes. There's a ghetto everywhere, and it's our time to give them the Southside of Virginia's ghetto. I feel like the Clips gave a glimpse of it, but my niggas, they from the beach. We from Norfolk.
It's a difference,
it's like when you think of Virginia Beach, you think of resorts and all, even though they have a ghetto out there as well. But when you think of Norfolk, the automatic you think of is black people. Straight up. Other than the military, you think
hood,
black people and hood shit. Motherfuckers you may not be able to trust. I mean, so whether I'm talking about Norfolk, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Portsmouth, or Virginia Beach, I'm basically speaking on the South Side as a whole, and I'm trying to give them that underworld that people never really spoke on, for real. You know, when the Clips rapped and they rapped, they was talking about the kingpin life only. I'm going to speak on the aspect of the hunters of the kingpins, for the most part, because they definitely commingle with each other. And sometimes they're cool with each other. Sometimes they definitely don't want to, you know, commingle with each other naturally because, you know, there's a certain distrust to some degree. I'm going to give it to them raw. That's all I can say. I'm going to give it to them raw as possible.
What drew me to the movie was it's real life relatable. I'm from Charlotte. Charlotte coming up in the late 80s and the mid 90s was more dangerous than what it is now.
No, that's facts.
I lost.
No, that's facts.
No,
super facts.
The projects used to be downtown.
Yeah.
See all them little
Super
suburban
facts. Third Ward.
and those homes that
Second
y'all see
Ward,
downtown wasn't
yep.
down there.
Nope.
My grandma was in Earl Village. You had Piedmont Courts. So all this little high rise, these little condos wasn't downtown. The projects was downtown and the white folk was on the outskirts. It just happened the white folk moved inside and started building it up because when we stayed in the inner city, it looked like trash. It looked like straight trash.
For real, not to interrupt you, bro, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. As a realtor, I found out that that's why they changed it from downtown to uptown.
Uptown,
Yeah.
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 Because they wanted to give it a better
Cause
name.
like if you from Charlotte, people
Yep.
be like, yeah, let's go downtown, and then like when they start building the epicenter in downtown, they change it to uptown. And we like, fuck?
It was murder. You know, every day I lost my baby brother to murder. You know, shot in the head. I put it this way. Not to jump off subject, but Aaron Hernandez. People say, well, how could he do, or when they see some of these basketball players or football players in their environment to do the things that they do still. What I tell you is, some of them was already gang members before they made it.
Right.
You understand? So when you say, well, how could they do that? My gosh, with all of that money, it's still in them.
Right.
So when I was playing ball, people say, how can you still be here and be there knowing you have an opportunity? It's still in me from where I came from. So to go back on his movie once again, it's relatable to life. The world, I'm sure everybody wants to smile and happy, but the world's just not like that.
Right.
Especially, it's always been a struggle for us blacks. I don't care. It's always been a struggle. We've all lost somebody to violence. And a lot of times and I know some good dudes that's in prison doing life. Some good dudes. I know some good dudes that's so good, I can tell you they better than church people. The only thing was that they environment creeped up into them. They had to do what they had to do.
Right.
That's the only thing about it. Some dudes that'll give you their last, they get his shirt off their back, they'll love you, they'll hug you, they'll tell you a joke to make you smile on a bad day. Now I got a cousin doing 90 years. 90 years. He ain't never coming home. And he loved his daughters and did everything he could for them. He just had to go out and do, well, I guess some people say you don't have to, but what options you got when there's not a lot of options?
Right.
So then sometimes those options become your only options. Like I said, it goes back to me. We got licks coming up. And when we get licks out here, you people going to be shocked. We're going to shock the world out here. But we got other projects coming out in hand, too.
Okay.
We got something called Night of the Block. It's our version of Night in the Living Dead. And then we got Preacher Ruthless. It's about I'm going to give you a little bit of clips. Not too much. But it's about a ruthless preacher who was no damn good. But he preached the word of God and made it sound good.
We know him.
He happened to end up in the early 60s get one of his church members' daughters pregnant. 11 years old. 11 years old. Let's just say those fathers paid him a visit. And then years later, we talking about a ruthless soul. So we're going to get deep into the details of other things we got. But I'm happy to be here on NoAdvisory. I like because you're not censored. You let the people get it out.
And you sounded
Get it out.
just like the fucking
You talking about?
Hey, no, but
What that announcer?
I was like,
No.
damn, I thought I was there.
We was listening to the trailer, like I seen the
I'm
trailer
made
in my
for
mind.
this. I'm made for this. I'm the dude that you send out. I'm the dude that you send out. Let me tell you something. I might not say it in order and I might not say it the correct way. But Jay-Z said in one of his songs, he said, I do this for my culture. Let me show you how to move through a room full of vultures. I'm that dude that you sit and you send me in there full of vultures. And I guarantee you I'll come out with a deal. And I guarantee you I'll come out with names and numbers. You send me out there and I'll get it done. I will get us in the room. I will get the work done. It's just up for us once we get in the room to get it done.
To get it done.
That's the dude I am. That's just who I am.
Right.
Facts. His voice is so convincing, right?
Right.
You see, hear the passion in
Right.
there. You know what I mean?
I'm passionate.
How did y'all two link up?
Right. I was about to ask that too.
The movie.
And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy about that. It went from Licks Chapter 1, the movie, to him being around in the process of me starting 2 magazines as well. I have 2 men's magazines, Virginia Daisies and Charlotte Daisies. This is more or less like on the smooth magazine vibe for the most part, but it's like a season of Feds and Don Diva with it.
All right.
For the most part. It's going to be sports, fashion, and entertainment, but on top of all of that, knowing that this brother like everything he just said is real. How he feels about it, you can tell. You can hear the passion in his voice. So you can tell by his actions how he moves and his appearances. Everything that came up when it came out to us, the casting calls and all, the prep as far as pre-production and all, he was there every time. And you know how it goes. You gotta weed out the.
Right.
Too bad I wasn't there today for
me?
rehearsal. I had to wash clothes. I was eating salad, and I was editing up some things. So I'm sorry I wasn't there for that. But
Appreciate you though.
yeah.
But
I got the joke.
So I was like, don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, he a solid brother. So yeah, I saw his determination, and I definitely wanted him a part of it. I didn't want him to just be a cameraman. I wanted him to be more than just that. I wanted him to be more than just a cinematographer. I wanted him to be the editor as well. And you know how it goes. Certain people get overwhelmed with certain responsibilities. The way he talks, he follows up with it too. For real, for real. So now me and him actually on top of the movie that we're doing, like you said before, we go do his movie as well. We actually in the process of doing a video version of the magazine. So Virginia Daisies and Charlotte Daisies will have a video version, which will be aired on the Roku channel that me and him are starting. So we trying to basically just cover every avenue, for real, for real. If it's all about self-sufficiency, we got that.
Right.
For real, for real. Whether it's the movie, whether it's the music, whether it's any motherfucking thing, for real, for real. And that's the thing about the whole Black Hollywood that I was speaking on before. The more people that we have that we know that do things like what you do, what we do, what they do, the more that network grows, for real, for real. I'm not talking about just on the aspect of saying, yeah, I know somebody do this. I'm talking about this is a person you talk to on a regular.
Right.
For real, for real. Whether it's in acting, whether it's in, like I said before, it's in production.
Oh, and sorry about that, but I ain't talking about that Tyler Perry Hollywood. I'm talking about the Hollywood where we all get our people involved. And we got up-and-coming youngsters that want to get involved. Let's get them involved. See, I ain't got no problem with Tyler Perry. He's a very talented and brilliant brother. But every time I see one of his plays or shows, I always see the same Mr. Brown man, Mr. Curtis, them. I see the same people in there, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? You got to get the next generation a chance, too.
Nah, I gotta disagree because I think
I
that.
was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, I think for the most part for his plays, he do that to keep the continuity there of people.
Yeah.
But like Tyler Perry gave a lot of black people, upstart black folks. I don't know the names, but I read on it. He gave them starts in their big time movies. So I gotta disagree with you on that.
Monique
Tyler
love y'all
Perry-
right now, don't she?
Who?
Monique at home clapping for y'all right now.
No.
Oh, Monique. But she got her own quarrels that she got.
Monique
deal with.
at home saying, I love them two brothers.
Damn right. I love Monique. That's my baby. She a queen. What you talking about?
Yeah, he being sarcastic.
Yeah,
I
you know what
mean,
I'm saying? Yeah.
But and just to add to that point as well, I think that her and what she got going on, that's something internally that we don't know about.
It is.
That she just coming out and trying to make it look like
Her worth.
they're all
Nobody
against
gives
her.
worth.
You
Nobody's
know?
giving her credit for her worth. And at the end of the day, when you think about the work that she's done, it's totally understandable. So what I mean by that is everybody, especially when it comes
Queen
down
of
to
comedy.
a female, any female, when it comes down to it, this is some real G shit. Y'all got to give all of the ones that make it a diva moment. The minute and I don't know if it's because of how she look, as far as her size and all. You know how it goes. Certain people want to give certain benefits to certain
they
people.
do.
Maybe they don't want to give her diva moment because of that. Maybe she's too outspoken and willing to speak her mind. They don't want to give her diva moment for that. Whatever the reason is, that's all it is a fucking diva moment that niggas ain't trying to give it out for. Now I mean, for real. So you gotta, you know how it goes.
Yeah, but shout out to Tyler Perry. He gave a lot of black actors their first start in major movies. I just think that for the play part, people, a lot of times they go see the play and they liked it or they heard about it because of that cast that was there. So you go to a whole different cast, you're like, well, this ain't Mr. Brown. Who the fuck is this?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? So he keep that, but yeah, I gotta give that.
Right.
And that's sometimes is the thing with our own people. Like our own people will do something real good, but we always will find something negative to say about it. Let's just be like, yo, that's a step in the right direction. He got us there. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Go
I
ahead.
had to cut you off because I'm glad you even mentioned that. It's not a color thing, and I found that recently. It's a poor and a rich thing. It ain't so much as class. It's literally a poor and a rich thing. What I mean by that is, you can either have a poor person's way of thinking, or you can have a rich person's way of thinking. To this day, I got a rich way of thinking. I swear to God, every year before 2021, I had a poor person way of thinking. And with that being said, it almost seems like the crabs in the bucket syndrome. It's not that. It's all they know.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. Nobody in this room was really taught money management. Nobody.
Nope. You got to learn on your own.
We was taught the war of 1812. We was taught the Puritan War. We was taught shit that we damn sure don't ever use in everyday life.
Right.
Out of all the stuff that they taught us, the last thing they taught us was how to handle what?
Money, of course.
Tornado drills.
Yeah, nigga, they
Earthquake
taught us-
drills
they
in
taught
North
us about money,
Carolina.
like
Fire
they taught us about
drills,
fire drills. That shit was
tornado
so
drills.
weird.
Right.
Right.
So what it is like we all have what seems like a crabs in a bucket syndrome. It isn't that. It's just a cycle of poor people just doing the same shit that poor people do.
Right.
Condition
For real.
to, yeah.
A poor person don't think about going to work and busting their ass. They thinking about, I'd be glad when I get off.
Right.
You feel me? And they damn sure don't think about what they're doing with a $300 check compared to a person that really does make thousands a week. Meaning, it don't matter how much you make. It matters as far as what you're doing with whatever
How you
is
managing your
coming
money.
in. Whatever
Right.
it is. You can be making $7 an hour and be living better than the person that's making $20 an hour. You feel me? So, like you said, when it comes down to the acting or the production, anything, when it comes down to somebody having something and not really wanting to give anybody else room to get the same thing, is because that same person that may have a little something still got a poor person way of thinking.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Bottom line. For real, friend, that's the honest to God truth.
That's
Because
true.
if they had
It's true.
this is the honest to God truth, y'all. Ever since I changed my way of thinking, literally, and I'm talking about a rich person's way of thinking, is what I have now. I found myself smiling more, way more than ever compared to before.
Right.
Before, I was always worried about, damn, I gotta pay this bill. I gotta pay this. Now, I swear to God, I don't even worry about any bill, and I make sure I do this. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I pray all y'all to do it. Regardless of how you getting paid, and never do I condone selling drugs. But like I went back to the whole aspect of the when I was doing the wild stuff with the robberies and all that, I found myself broke every time I turned around. Money management. If y'all paid yourself first before you paid your bills, I guarantee y'all be rich. But the thing is, y'all terrified to pay that bill late because that person on the other end saying your ass getting out, your lights getting cut off. I'm giving that car back. I'm getting that car back. You feel me? All of those fears got y'all in the system of go to work, come home, go to work, come home, get
Pay
paid,
bill.
pay the bills, go to work, come home, and it's the same. It's a rat race. That's
Right.
where the rat race begins, right there. The minute you stop for 1 second and say, you know what? I got the same bill, but I'm gonna put $40 to the side for myself, not to blow, but just to
save.
the side for the moment.
Right.
And you do that every check. That's what by the end of that year you can be like, oh my God, I can't believe I got this, and you'll find yourself crying.
Yeah.
And it's
But you
money
be-
that you're not gonna miss.
Right. Because you're spending on unnecessary shit
Right.
like weed.
A cigarette, a
I
black
do
Little
that.
drink, little
$50
bottle.
every
You feel where I'm
check.
coming from? All of this stuff.
Savings
You
account.
feel me?
Facts.
So
Yeah.
it's like that's why we find ourselves in that frustration side of the poor people so much. That's why we find ourselves in that pool of people being pulled down or not wanting to make elbow room so Kate can get in and be the next most famous cinematographer in the world, or for y'all to have drink champ status and literally the world
Hey,
know about
shout
y'all.
out to
You feel
Right.
me?
Shout out to Drink Chance. We
Because
going
at
out
the end
there.
of the
too.
day,
Shout out to Drink Chance.
people are so afraid of what they call, and I say they because we didn't know what the fuck the word was. Competition.
Right.
There's no such thing as competition. We made it competition. That's why there's only one famous rapper at a time, and I'm talking about the real famous one. That's why there's only one famous R&B singer at a time. I'm talking about the real famous one, because we got into this system of there can only be one. We were comfortable with them saying, okay, we're gonna only put this person's album out this year, and we're gonna push all of them, while this other label's over here saying, all right, we're gonna wait for them. Why? Because they're in cahoots. You feel me? You don't got no control. You gotta wait.
Right. Like back in the. Go ahead.
I'm not at the end of the day, but if we were doing more, we wouldn't have to wait.
Right.
For real, and that's all. That's basically what I was trying to say. Get off your ass.
Right. Because I mean, back in the biblical days, not even the biblical days, just in our days, right? The African heritage, there was multiple kings.
Yeah.
They multiple riches. You ain't never heard none of them complain about, well, I got more money. Nah, they was all getting money, was all wealthy, all going out to these things, probably smashing all the chicks, and they good. But now, like you said, we in this whole thing of, yo, competition is competition at, or they'll hold somebody else's blessing because they not where they want to be at, and you may be a little further. Let me hate on you. 'Cause I always say, you know how much money is printed right now per second. Like, I don't know, it's so much money.
Right? No,
Like, why are you in competition for? For what?
never
All
been
that
the
money
exact
being printed.
value of print money to the actual what do you say, the amount in gold. I'm talking about since like the 20s, literally. So there's basically saying they can always print more. There's no such thing as if he has, I don't have a chance
Right.
to get,
Right.
because it's all bullshit money in the first place. So, but let's not knock it, because the same way we can both go outside and spend $1 right now, we know that everybody's respecting that amount.
Right.
Let's take advantage of this shit. Let's not get frustrated on the aspect of it. Let's use what we got. And I'm talking about if you're making $7.50 an hour, meaning, never mind, I don't even want to go there because I guarantee you, if I went there, I swear to God, no. If I went there, I promise you, everybody in this room would be a millionaire. The thing is, I know for a fact, most of y'all can't do it. And I can start off with the first name. This is for everybody out there watching. Everybody listen to this part. Honest to God, truth. It's a challenge to the world. I bet you $1,000. My IG is CEO of IDSENT. I know you won't be able to do it, but I challenge everybody in this room, and I bet them $1,000. I've done it, so I know it can be done. None of y'all can go 7 days without complaining. In your head or out loud.
7 days without complaining?
7 days.
You don't know.
I mean, I got kids. That's hard.
Days. It's not hard.
I gotta be on the island somewhere.
Let me tell you something.
I'm a Scorpio.
I'll give you
for life.
30 days
wake
without
up
complaining.
complaining.
Put me on the island, nigga.
You can go the first 2 days bucking and relapsing. You still won't be able to do that.
Complaining.
Oh yeah, sure. You be like, man, it's too high.
Let me tell you something about why I can go 7 days without, complaining.
So you can or can't?
Why I can't.
You can't because you
Hold on.
told yourself you can't. That's the first reason.
No.
Yes.
No.
He said no.
No, let me tell you. No, I'm gonna tell you why. On a serious note, of March this year, I lost my 11-year-old daughter to COVID.
Oh man.
So
Damn.
I'm gonna always complain in my heart, saying, I wish I could have told her I loved her a million more times. Or I wish I could have kissed her and hugged her a million more times. I'll never say to God why, because I never question God. Because what his will is what his will is, and what he's going to do is what he's going to do. But I will always complain to say to the things to myself, I should have held her a little bit longer. I should have kissed her a little bit more. So on other notes, bills, money, and all that, I can go without that. I'm from the hood. I come from struggles. I just happen to educate myself to do a little bit better in life than others. But on that note,
You know, that stuff hurt my feelings about not so much you in any kind of way, about black people in general. We so busy focusing on what we can't do, we never even give a chance of, I'm talking about within 24 hours of what we can do. We so busy focusing on, damn, if that bill don't get paid, I know they will cut my shit off. I know they is. We don't never say to ourselves, I got this. I can take care of this. And on top of all of that, one thing we don't do, and this goes back down to the poor people, rich people, because that's all it is. It ain't got nothing to do with black people. It's a poor person's way of thinking or a rich person's way of thinking. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Every day I wake up, I say 10 things I'm grateful for every day. It says in the book, and I'm talking about the secrets of a millionaire mind, T. Harv Eker, I swear to God, it'll change your life. The whole thing is this. If you say 10 things that you're grateful for every day for 30 days, and something don't change with that alone, first and foremost, you'll never get anything else because you're not even grateful for what you already have. For one. For two, I never, ever say life will happen. I hope my day goes well. I swear I wake up every day and say, I'm going to make sure my day go well. I don't give no control to nothing. I don't give control to anything. And what I mean by that is the less control I give, the more control I get, and the more the universe gives me. In every kind of way. I wake up every day and I say I'm a money magnet. I literally started off with 6 different accounts. I'm talking about while my bills were due. While the bills, and this is my girl had left and everything. She left and I didn't even know she was leaving. So you know how that goes. Somebody got to cover the other end.
Right.
While the bills are due, I'm paying myself first. I literally started 6 accounts. And all this is all in the secrets of the millionaire mind. I started an FFA account, which is a financial freedom account. I only invest in. I never take anything out of it. I started a play account. I literally have to blow everything in this account every month. At the end of every month, and I have to blow it in a major way. I'm talking about if I'm at the massage parlor, typically $30 an hour for a massage. I got $400 in there. I'm putting all 400 on the table. I want you to massage me. I want you to massage me. I want you to massage me. Put the hot rocks. Go get me lunch, and I want somebody to rub my feet. You gotta enjoy what you're doing because you're already in the process of investing and saving. So you want to make sure that you indulge in something that's already set aside just to indulge. Always, you gotta nurture yourself. The other 4 accounts is called a necessities account. I pay my bills with. I pay anything gas. I might get a morning coffee, and I don't even drink coffee, so that makes it easier for the most part. Anything that's really necessary, it's a necessity. Any kind of bills. I also have an education account based on investing specifically. It teaches me only to invest in passive income because what I'm trying to do is literally be a millionaire, not somebody saying that I have a lot of money. Literally be a millionaire, but I'm showing you literally step for step. My necessities account is getting 50%. Everything else that I'm about to tell you about is getting 10%. I've told you about the necessities, the play, as well as the FFA. The next account is the education. Like I said before, it's for mentoring and investing in passive income only in passive income. The next account is called the give account. This is the account you give to charity, a person want to borrow a couple dollars, when you want to look out for the cookout. You feel where I'm coming from? Any of those things of that nature for the most part. And the last one is called a long-term for savings account. You feel where I'm coming from? This long-term for savings account is if you want a house, you want a boat, you want to pay for your kids' college education. This is for the real, it's long-term savings account.
Right.
How I break it down, every dime you get, 50% goes into your education and 10% goes into the rest of it. I literally just shows you how every dime you ever will get will be managed. Every dime. Meaning every dime you get goes in the same way. 50% goes into necessities, 10% goes into all the rest of them. You keep doing this every time you get a check or anything, stimulus check, income tax check. Picture if you're doing this and you're getting $3,900 on an income tax check. Aside from the 50, that's 50% of $3,900. You're putting $390 into each of these accounts.
Yep.
You're blowing a play account that just got $390 put in at one time. You're already putting 10% in every time, and this is money you're gonna blow. I do music. Out here. So what I do is when I go to the club, I ain't even gonna hold you for my play account. I might have like $1,000 in it at the end of the month, just to blow. So I'm going in the club, and I say,
right.
I'm going in the club buying a Patron Margarita, my favorite drink, hands down. If you see me in the club, please buy me one. Cause I swear I'm gonna show you so much love, it's gonna fuck your head up. For real. I'm probably in there, especially if I'm in the club, it's probably gonna play money. At the end of the day, I'm going in the club buying a Patron Margarita. It's probably $15. I pay for the $15 Patron Margarita. I tip the bartender $100 just for bringing it. I buy a bottle of rosé. I take it to the DJ. I don't give him my music. I go right to the DJ and I'm like, yo, here you go. My name is Southside O. Yo, I just want to show some love. I'm only in the club for like about 15, 20 minutes because literally I'm just doing that, showing love, and I'm out.
Right.
Next club I go to, I'm doing the same fucking thing. After a while, everybody like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
This nigga,
When they see me in the streets,
the Wonder Fairy,
The Wonder
coming to
Fairy.
the club, blessing niggas with bottles and
and
tips.
shit.
when they see me in the club the next time, they like, yo, what up?
What up?
Talking about the DJ and everybody. What you doing? Like, you doing my music? You do what? Your music? When the fuck you give me your music the first time?
Right.
Nobody wasn't about that, bro. I'm showing love. Man.
Showing love, right.
I'm gonna show you how to make a community. I'm gonna show you how to create a community. And a solid network of this shit. Dog, I came up under the Clips. And I'm not talking about the Fade, I'm talking about Pusha T and Malice. We used to hit the road with them while they were doing the whole grinding process and all of that. So that goes from Pharrell to NERD, the whole fam. I love y'all niggas, I swear I do. But I learned so much from the ups and downs of that process that I know for a fact the little small shit that we can do that we take for granted. I'm talking about something so simple as a post at the right fucking time.
Yep. Yep.
All that shit count, y'all. For real, I promise you it do.
Man,
It
man
don't
has
cost
dropped
money.
like fucking too much
I'm
gems.
telling you. Hey, I'm telling you.
I make hats out there, superhero hats out there for y'all with y'all chaps, and for white folk with your kids. I make them all. So shout out.
Shout out, man.
It's all about the hustle, y'all.
Facts, man. Yo, man, let's give some table claps. Southside Up, my man K.
Next
Hey, yo.
chapter one, the movie.
Let them know when that's coming out and all that.
It's coming out real soon. We in pre-production as we speak, y'all. I swear. They say that we taking too long, and I say they say because it's my cast. They on my ass. I ain't gonna hold you for real. But we want to make sure we give y'all a Hollywood-worthy movie. We're not giving you Bebe's movie from around the corner that look like Bout It.
Baby Key.
We're giving you some shit that literally looks industry-worthy. We're doing it. I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, my shirt looks nice and all, but I'm not in a tux. I'm not rich. This shit is gonna take some time, but I guarantee that shit is gonna literally be industry-worthy. We're doing this with up-and-coming talent. We're doing this with people that really give a fuck about their craft. So at the end of the day, we want to make sure it's presented the right way. Mm-hmm. If they love the book so much and they wanted to see the visual of it, that's exactly what you're going to get. And you're not going to get it until it's right. Bottom line, I promise you. But when it's right, you're going to get it.
Y'all heard it here, man. Southside O, my man K, man Licks. Make sure y'all go get that book on Amazon.com.
Licks chapter 1 the beginning.
Yes.
Licks chapter 2, Wink's Revenge. All streaming platforms. Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can just Google the fucking word. Google me, nigga. Southside. We out this motherfucker.
Already. It's your boy, C.O. McLean.
It's your girl, Trap Sid.
It's your boy, Mookie Mature, rockstar comedian of the world, not just the city,
but the world. No Advisory Podcast. I don't know, motherfuckers.
We out.
Bang.